What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Today, I didn't intend to go live today because I'm going live tonight for my show. But I wanted to get on here and just give news. I'm sure everybody's heard already, but I don't know if there's someone who has not. But Derek Chauvin has been found guilty on all three accounts. Okay, so these charges here that you see um, right here is he's been charged with second degree unintentional murder, third degree murder, and second degree manslaughter. Which I was very impressed with the jury and how quickly they came with the verdict. Um, it is a victory today. I think today is a victory for us. Tomorrow is just another war because there are more um, black people out there dying because of things like this, the police brutality. So I'm going to take this victory today, and I'm going to enjoy it. And when I say enjoy it, I mean just be happy about it. Because I can tell you, I had a little anxiety before the verdict. I had so much anxiety in terms of the what ifs. It was like, what if they don't find him guilty? How, what happens? Because with that, if you don't find him guilty, then that's just a message to every police officer. Not every police officers. Not all of them are like that, but it's a message to police officers that, hey, do what you want to do. You're not going to get in trouble. No charges may be filed, but you will be found not guilty. That's the type of stuff that was going through my mind when I started thinking about what if he's not charged? What if he's found not guilty? And it was rough for me, man. To the point where I didn't even want to watch it, but I'm just like, I gotta watch it. And when that particular judge came through, I was just like, it was just like life again. Like we won today. Today we won. We took a bite out of what we wanted. Like we just got a small piece of progress. And when I say it's a small piece, it is a small piece. We got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of laws that need to be looked at again. There's a lot of laws that need to be put in place because of this. So for real, I this is just I'm just gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this win today. I really am, and I hope that this sparks change and motivates Congress and your local government to just make change. Your city government. It all starts at the bottom, and you got to work our way up at the top. So whatever in your community, if you feel like you can do something in your community, do it. Don't wait. Don't say it's just one person, I can't change it. And unity, there's strength. So if it's just one person, you thinking it's just one person, but 1,000 people are thinking the same thing, that's strength right there. So you got to go out and do it and help your community. So I'm real proud of that. Um, I watched the verdict, man, and I was just like, oh, like it was just tough for me. Like it was real tough. Like I was like, I'm a black man, and my life is in so much danger when I go outside, when I go to the store, when I go to work. Well, I work from home. I'm just dressed up today. Um, but my life is in complete danger when I go out there, and it shouldn't be like that. And it's not from people on the street that's robbing people. It's not um my enemies that don't like me, whoever don't like me. It's the people that are supposed to be protect me from those particular people. And that's not happening. So I'm going to try to find this video here. I'm going to see if hold up. Let me just see. I don't think I can find that video. I want to find it here. Let me just see real quick. Let me see. I'm looking for the video right now. Let's take a look at it. I think I have it here. Let me just see if I can bring it up. All right, here we go. This is the video. right here. So let's
Members of the jury, I will
hear
now
it.
read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, Count 1. Court File Number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror foreperson.
Look at his eyes.
Number 19.
It's like he didn't believe it.
Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Jury foreperson 019. Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you individually if these are your true and correct verdicts. Please respond yes or no.
And the judge wound up asking, and they confirmed that was it. And it was just something. And then here's another thing, and Glenn, I'm gonna get to your comment. Here's another thing with that. After that, the pre-sentence, when the judge said PSI, what they were talking about is what we call in Virginia and in Jersey a pre-sentencing report. So that pretty much it gets information, and it's a point system. So if you had issues with certain stuff in certain domains of your life, you'll get a certain amount of points. And then once you add up all those points, let's just say it added up to 55 points, you can see it'll kind of tell you like what the punishment will be. It's a whole bunch of things together. But that's one of the main things they consider, the amount of points you get for the different things that you answer about that particular person that's being charged. So if he gets like 55 points, in between 40 and 60 points, you'll get a certain amount of years for that. So it depends on the point system. It's a little different from certain states, but that's basically the bulk and the main part of it. So they have to do a PSI, pre-sentencing. We call it a pre-sentencing report. And during that time, he won't have sentencing. So some people are able to be, free until their sentence report, their pre-sentencing report, or, when that takes place for their sentencing. But I was very impressed with the prosecutor. They said, look, no, we want him remanded. And the judge granted it. So I have a clip of that too. Let me get to that. Let me show you that, because I have a clip of that too. I'm going to get to it about right here.
As to count 3, agreed to this 20.
All right, just a second here. All right, so let's get to it right here. This is where they're asking the judge to not let him go home.
Is there a motion on behalf of the state?
Your Honor, the state would move to have the court revoke the defendant's bail and remand him into custody pending sentencing.
Bail is revoked, bond is discharged, and the defendant is remanded to the custody of the Hennepin County Sheriff. Anything?
All right, so that's them just saying, hey, look, we don't want him to go home. Because he probably would have tried to kill himself or something like that. I don't know. But he probably would have tried to take the easy way out. But so that was the deal, and I'm happy for it. Glenn has a comment here. Glenn Allen, let me just see what you got here. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so we can see it, Glenn. Okay, so Glenn says no justice until sentencing. I agree. The jury isn't sentencing him. The judge is. Let me put that back up there. The judges, and we have absolutely no reason to believe this judge, who plays a huge role in a corrupt system that doesn't give two F's about black people, is going to burn his own. That's a good point. I never even, excuse me. That's a good point, Glenn. I never even thought about that. But I'm hoping. I don't think. I think honestly, Glenn, I think that judge is gonna go by that PSI, that pre-sentence report. I'm pretty sure most of the time, even when I was doing probation, that pre-sentence report required somebody to do a certain amount of years, and the only time the judge would go deviate against that is if it was like a certain circumstance where he felt like the guy being charged or the woman being charged, he was doing some type of certain program, a drug program or something like that. Murder, I don't think they usually go against. I don't with in terms of murder, they don't usually deviate from that PSI. So whatever that PSI, that pre-sentence report indicates how many years he should get, more than likely the judge is going to go along with that. Especially in this particular case, the way it was presented, how he murdered somebody in the street. I got some pictures of that. I want you to take a look at this. Look at the knee. It's right in there. His knee is right in there. And it's like, and let me tell you something. You guys may not know this, but his hands is in his pocket, which means he's probably putting more weight on his knee with his hands in his pocket. Because if your hand is not in your pocket and you have your hand on a car or something, it's going to be less weight leaning on the knee, because some of the weight is being supported with your hand up on a car or something, holding yourself up. So with his hand in his pocket, it's just more pressure. And he didn't take his hand out. So that's why I think it was purposely done, what he did. Again, here's a picture of his knee and his knee in his neck and his neck and his hand in his pocket. And it's just crazy. And I got one more here. Same thing. And this, it's just ridiculous how a life shouldn't have been lost this way. Honestly, it shouldn't have been lost this way. And it's upsetting, but like I said, it's a small victory that I will take today. And we'll just fight another war tomorrow. One thing I real quick before I go, I thought about is that if I was there and I saw that, the question I asked myself and I asked Vernell, I was like, if I was there, would I have just a simple just running over there to push the cop off the neck, off the George Floyd's neck? That could have did it. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Like all somebody had to do was push that cop, and then it would have probably led to other stuff. But then again, anyone who would have did that could have lost their life automatically just with a gunshot. Well, I thought, yeah, he tried to take my gun. Because just think about it. If you would have went over there and pushed him off, another cop, this idiot right here, the idiot right here, the other cop, he could have said, well, I thought he was going for his gun, so I shot him. So anybody who was there, and you probably won't see this video, but anybody who was there, don't feel guilty for not doing anything. You did the right thing by videotaping the actual crime, because had it not been for that video, they would have chalked it up as a natural causing death. And seeing it and describing something and seeing it is just totally two different things. I could say the police officer had his knee on his neck and he died. But when you see a police officer's knee on somebody's neck and you see that person crying out for his mother who has already passed away, that's going to get to you. When you see somebody not doing anything and just being still and being compliant and that knee is still on there, it's a totally different thing. So he got what he deserved. And I can't even complain about that. He got what he deserved. I think the maximum amount of years he can get is 40 years. I strongly doubt that he gets 40 years, but we'll see. We'll see. Like, we got to see what that PSI determines, how many years he gets. And I'm hoping that that he gets the maximum. And I hope he gets they're not gonna put him in Gen Pop, but I hope he does. But they probably won't, because he's a cop, ex-cop. So yeah, I just hope he gets everything that's coming to him. I really do. So, how do you feel about the other three staying on bond? I think this conviction changes their flight risk. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, Glenn, I honestly, I think they need to be. They just as guilty, Glenn. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. They're just as guilty, and they need to be brought up on. I'm not gonna say the same charges because their actions, of third degree murder. I don't think that charge would stick on those other officers. But I think I'm thinking maybe the second degree manslaughter would have stuck. I don't know about the second degree unintentional murder because they didn't actually they weren't the ones with the actions. They were just standing there. They didn't actually weren't the one on his neck. But I think that second degree manslaughter probably would have been one of the charges, along with some other charges that Derek Chauvin didn't get charged for. So it is what it is. But again, I'm happy, y'all, that we got that win today. And I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know what I was feeling. So I will see you tonight. Tonight I'm having a great show about, can a man, be an effective father without having the one who didn't have a father growing up. So that's going to be a good show. That's at 7:30 tonight. Hope to see y'all there. As for now, love y'all, man, and y'all stay safe and, be blessed. I'm out.